Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Update, your go-to source for the latest news, expert insights, and real-time developments on Iraq's currency, economy, and financial reforms. Whether you're a long-time investor or just curious about the dinar, you're in the right place. The Middle East has long been a region marked by both profound historical importance and persistent geopolitical volatility. Over the past few years, this volatility has intensified. Multiple conflicts, some simmering, others erupting, have created a landscape of uncertainty and chaos for many of the countries that make up this complex region. From civil wars and foreign interventions to proxy battles and sectarian strife, the broader Middle East continues to find itself caught in a whirlwind of instability. Yet, amid all of this, there is a notable exception that is capturing the attention of observers, economists, and regional analysts alike: Iraq. Despite being geographically and politically positioned in one of the most turbulent corridors on the planet, Iraq has demonstrated a remarkable degree of stability over the last several years. This is not to say Iraq has been free of hardship or immune to pressures from within and without. On the contrary, the country has faced its fair share of internal challenges and external provocations. However, what stands out, what truly sets Iraq apart, is how it has managed to remain above the fray when it comes to the broader regional conflicts currently unfolding. There have been many points during the last few years where escalation in the region seemed almost inevitable. Tensions between powerful neighboring countries, foreign military involvement, and the shifting allegiances of various non-state actors have all threatened to drag Iraq into conflict. And yet, Iraq has largely succeeded in navigating these dangerous waters with a sense of cautious pragmatism and growing diplomatic maturity. Even as missiles fly, political alliances fracture, and economies collapse elsewhere, Iraq has chosen a different path, one grounded in restraint, reconstruction, and renewal. This continued neutrality and emphasis on domestic stability have had a measurable impact on Iraq's image in the international community. Investors, policymakers, and foreign governments have begun to view Iraq not simply as a post-conflict state still trying to rebuild from decades of war and sanctions, but as an emerging player with the potential to become a central hub for commerce, energy, and diplomacy in the region. In many ways, Iraq has positioned itself not only as open for business, but also as an example of how a country can move beyond its troubled past toward a more constructive future. To say that Iraq is open for business is more than just a slogan or a hopeful phrase. It reflects a real and deliberate strategy by the Iraqi government. Over the past few years, there has been a visible effort to attract international companies, forge economic partnerships, and modernize both infrastructure and financial systems. From high-level summits with foreign dignitaries to sweeping reforms within the banking sector, Iraq is signaling to the world that it is serious about economic development. This includes everything from boosting non-oil exports and digitalizing financial transactions to implementing anti-corruption measures and restructuring state-owned enterprises. Even in recent weeks, as tensions in neighboring countries have reached dangerous new levels, Iraq has maintained this trajectory. Despite being surrounded by instability, the country has not only preserved its internal security but has also continued to operate its markets, support its currency, and push forward with important policy reforms. This is not a small feat. It is, in fact, a testament to the growing resilience of Iraqi institutions and the strategic wisdom of leaders who are clearly prioritizing the country's long-term economic health over short-term political gain. Furthermore, Iraq's stable trajectory opens up opportunities for domestic sectors beyond oil, which has historically dominated the economy. Agriculture, tourism, banking, construction, and information technology are all areas where Iraq is beginning to make strategic investments. International businesses are increasingly looking at Iraq as a destination for new ventures, joint projects, and trade. The removal of barriers to investment, coupled with an improved security situation, is creating a climate that is more conducive than ever to meaningful growth. None of this is to say that Iraq's challenges are over. The road ahead will still be filled with obstacles. Political disagreements, bureaucratic inefficiencies, and the lingering effects of past conflicts still pose risks. But the direction Iraq is heading in today is fundamentally different from the chaos of the past. It is a country now driven more by possibility than by fear. It is a country choosing progress over provocation. Furthermore, Iraq's stable trajectory opens up opportunities for domestic sectors beyond oil, which has historically dominated the economy. Agriculture, tourism, banking, construction, and information technology are all areas where Iraq is beginning to make strategic investments. International businesses are increasingly looking at Iraq as a destination for new ventures, joint projects, and trade. The removal of barriers to investment, coupled with an improved security situation, is creating a climate that is more conducive than ever to meaningful growth. None of this is to say that Iraq's challenges are over. The road ahead will still be filled with obstacles. Political disagreements, bureaucratic inefficiencies, and the lingering effects of past conflicts still pose risks. But the direction Iraq is heading in today is fundamentally different from the chaos of the past. It is a country now driven more by possibility than by fear. It is a country choosing progress over provocation. In sum, the significance of Iraq's current state of stability cannot be overstated. In a region constantly threatened by upheaval and war, Iraq stands as a compelling counterexample. While other nations are engulfed in turmoil, Iraq is quietly but decisively building a future grounded in peace, prosperity, and global integration. The fact that Iraq has been able to maintain this path, not just for a few months, but consistently for years, is a powerful indicator that something truly transformative is underway. As of today, Iraq remains steadfast in its course. The turmoil around it continues, and new challenges may yet arise, but the foundational truth endures. Iraq is open for business. Iraq is stable. Iraq is advancing. And for those watching from abroad, this reality offers a reason not just for optimism, but for participation in a story of national revival that is still being written, one that could reshape not only Iraq but the broader region for years to come. Thanks for tuning into Iraqi Dinar Update. If you found this content helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat on Iraq's evolving financial landscape. Stay informed and stay ready.